Hey guys, this is my first attempt doing a Boston butt. I'm going to do that for tomorrow, which will be Sunday. I have just pulled pork, have lots of pork sandwiches, and have plenty of leftovers. So you can see here I've got a good sized Boston butt here. It was in a 2-pack, it was about 18 pounds, so I'm assuming this is going to be somewhere around 6 to 7 pounds. Not a lot of fat on there. The only place that's real thick is like right there, so that's the only piece of fat I'm actually going to trim off. It's right there. Just get a little bit more. And the rest of this fat I'm pretty sure will render down. Now that I've got that done with my clean hands, since this hands touch the food, a little mustard on there, and this is not for taste but for binding the rub on there. And then I'm going to use this Woody's Barbecue Dry Rub. This is a company out of Arkansas, my home state. And matter of fact, he was at our local Sam's a week ago handing out samples, and that's what made me want to do a Boston butt for the first time, because that's what he was sampling, and it was really good. So I'm going to put a good coat of the seasoning. Flip this thing all the way over and get the meat side now that I've got the fat side done. Alright, now that I've got that done, now that I have this done, I'm going to wrap it up. It's going to sit in the refrigerator overnight. It's about 4 o'clock Central right now. I'm thinking this is about a 6.5 pound butt. So I'll put that on for probably a little bit more than an hour per pound. So I'll be up kind of early in the morning getting that on, and I'll be back with you then. Thanks. Alright, morning everybody. It's about 6:30. I was really wanting to get this on about 6, so I'm a little late. My daughter was kind enough to point out that my math was way off, and I weighed this. It is actually about a 10-pound butt, so I'm figuring on this being just under a 12-hour cook. So if I'm getting started at 6:30, it should be ready by 6:30 this evening. So I already got my fire going. Go ahead and get the butt on there, and I'm going to pretty much just treat this like a brisket. And by that I mean I want to cook it fat cap up. Put that right there. Got some chunks of hickory I'm going to put in here. We'll put some of that on later. Go ahead and get the lid on. I'm going to adjust my vents. I'm going to try and keep this about 250 for the length to cook, and right now we're just under that. So we'll let this cook for probably about an hour, hour and a half. Come back out here and mop it. See you then. Okay, I'm going to make a mopping sauce for the pork butt. And I'm going to be using some apple juice, some of the rub that we put on the pork butt, a little vegetable oil, some vinegar, and some soy sauce. Just going to kind of eyeball this, first time I've made it. That should be a couple of cups of apple juice. I'm going to do just a couple of teaspoons vegetable oil. Don't have much vinegar left. Go ahead and just add everything we have there. I'd rather use apple cider vinegar, but I didn't have any, so I'm just using regular vinegar. A couple teaspoons of soy sauce. And sprinkle in some of that rub. And whisk it all together. Now this is what I'm going to use to, I don't know, every 45 minutes or so, kind of go out there and mop this on the butt, just to make sure that it doesn't dry out or anything. Alright, that's all there is to it. And here in a few minutes we'll go and check the butt and get the mopping. Thanks. Okay, it's been right at an hour. So I've come out here to mop the pork butt. And one thing I forgot to do earlier, and I came out here and did, was I went ahead and put a pan up underneath the pork butt, so when the juices drip, so making a mess of the grill, they'll get in the pan. Plus I added some water in there that'll just help with the moisture during the cook. So I'm just gonna mop this on. You can remember this, I added a little bit of the vegetable oil, some of the rub that we put on here to begin with, a little soy sauce, and vinegar. So I'll do this, I don't know, once an hour or so. Again, this is just to kind of help keep it moist and keep it from drying out. Alright, I'll be back in about an hour. Alright, I'm back out here. It's been 4 hours now that the butt's been on. Holding right around 225, 250. You can see it's starting to get a good, nice bark on it. I've been coming out here once an hour and mopping it. Just kind of lightly putting that mop sauce on there. So if I'm calculating correctly, if this is 4 hours, I figure I might have another 8 hours to go. So we'll check back in another few hours and show you how it's going, okay? Thank you. Okay, we're 9.5 hours into this cook. You can see I've got the temperature up to 165. Now that I have it up to 165, I want to go ahead and wrap it in foil, let it tenderize the rest of the way to about 195. So before I get it in there, I'm going to go ahead and mop it one last time. Got a nice bark on it. See where that skin's actually split right there. Okay. Now the fun part is to get this off without really burning my fingers. So I'm going to try to be quick at this. Unplug it from here just in case. I don't want to clean that. And I've got two sheets of foil here. Very nice. So I'm going to try and keep that probe in there. Got that double foiled. Now just put that back on there. Get the lid back on. I'll plug that back in a minute. So I'm going to leave this out here for, I guess, another hour and a half, 2 hours. We're going to get it up to about 195. We're going to take it off, let it rest for an hour or so. And then we'll pull it. We'll be back when I'm out to take it off. Thanks. Okay, we're back out here. It's been another couple hours. It's more than done. So we'll go ahead and take it off the grill, get it inside, let it rest for about an hour. We'll be back with you when we start to pull. Thanks. All right, so it's been about an hour since I've taken it off. You can see here, here's the butt. Like I said, this is my first one to make. The bone's sticking out. And clean. Came right out. So now I guess what I'm going to attempt to do is get this out of here into here. Okay, now that I have it over here, well, that's kind of fatty. I'll pull that off to one side. It just falls apart. Look at that. Real happy with this being my first time cooking a Boston butt and the way it turned out. Looks like it's just gonna pull apart for us. We're gonna, or I guess I'm gonna finish getting this pulled apart, get some barbecue sauce on it, make some sandwiches. Okay, I've finished pulling it with the forks. Got a bun here. Go ahead and get a little bit of this. Okay. Again, I got this Woody's barbecue sauce. If you remember, we used the Woody's rub. He's a local guy here in Arkansas. So I'm going to use his barbecue sauce on here. Alright, looks like it's going to be messy, but I'm going to try to take a bite and tell you how it is. That is a great sandwich. The pork is so tender. It's like melting in my mouth. The barbecue sauce is just perfect with it. If you can find Woody's in your area, great barbecue sauce. Hope you can find it and try it out. Google it. He's from Arkansas, so if you Google Woody's barbecue sauce in Arkansas, I'm sure you can find it. Guys, if you've never tried smoking a Boston butt, easiest thing in the world. It just takes time. If you liked the video, please subscribe, and I'll see you next time.